Time to kick off the final round, or the final game of the first round in the 2019 MAAC tournament. It's the 6th-seeded Monmouth Hawks and the 11th-seeded Niagara Purple Eagles. Today's game brought to you by I Love New York. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast today, everybody. Andy Hellwig along with Steve Eggink. And Steve, for what a wild year this has been in the MAAC, taking a look at the bracket brought to you by the New York Lotto. I mean, Iona's the favorite, the 1 seed you could say, but there are a lot of teams that could come out with this one.
Oh, no question about it. We haven't seen this in the MAAC in several years. I mean, anybody can beat anybody on any given night. You would like to think that Iona's the favorite. They come in winners of 7 games in a row, but it's a wide open field.
As you see the potential matchups here, as St. Peter's will play Iona tomorrow, Ryder and Siena on Saturday. In the 4-5 game, the 2-seeded Canisius Golden Griffins will see Manhattan tomorrow. The winner of this game will get the number 3-seeded Quinnipiac Bobcats on Saturday at 7 p.m. Niagara looking to become the bottom seed and try and get one of the many upsets we've seen today. St. Peter's already beating Marist in the 8-9 game, and Manhattan at the 7-seed upset, or beating, number 10-seeded Fairfield. So looking to come from the bottom and be one of the many Cinderellas that come out of March as we get ready for our opening tip here. Greg King in the center jump circle, along with Mustafa Traore for the Monmouth Hawks in the home white jerseys, the Purple Eagles in their road purples, and we are underway from the Times Union Center in Albany, New York, taking a look at Niagara, their starting 5. Marcus Hammond up top, giving it to Greg King and to Marvin Prochet, one of the big players to watch for the Purple Eagles, as King trying to back his way in down in the post, looking to go past Diego Quinn. A first shot, no good. Tip out, no good, and out of play will go down to the Monmouth Hawks as last touched by Raheem Solomon.
Yeah, good job defensively there by Monmouth, going straight up inside. Made that very, very difficult for Niagara in that first possession.
Taking a look at the Hawks starting 5, Chris Barton, Ray Salnave, Dion Hammond, Mustafa Traore, Marcus McClary, and Diego Quinn. As McClary getting it to Quinn, backing his way down with the right hand. Rolls no good, and rebound pulled down by Marvin Prochet, all MAAC second teamer, and a quick transition look for Solomon. That's no good, as Monmouth looking to run at the other end. Here's McClary going right to the rack with the left-handed layup, no good. Traore with the offensive rebound and the putback. And Steve, we've talked about these teams liking to run, and getting a great look right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams like to get up and down. That was a nice job by Traore, making space for himself there on the weak side. Got that easy putback.
Here's Chris Barton, the senior, giving it to Raheem Solomon, finding a lane but losing it. And a foul called. That'll be on Dion Hammond, first foul of the game.
Yeah, that was a nice take by Solomon off the bounce. Took a lot of contact. He's going to line to shoot 2.
Raheem Solomon, a freshman here for Niagara. 6'2" and 170, averaging just over 7 points a game. 80% free throw shooter, as the first one is good. A freshman who has seen a lot of time increase on the court. He played 34 minutes in the season finale against Siena. As you get to this point in the season now where your freshmen, as a coaching staff at least, you're looking for them to start maybe playing as sophomores and having that a little more poise than they would have in their opening couple games as a college player.
Yeah, no question about it, as Solomon goes 1 for 2 there. They've gained a lot of experience. Solomon has, and he's playing more like a sophomore.
Salnave passing out of the jumper, but ends up in the lap of Traore. Right place, right time for the easy lay-in.
Yeah, nice job there by Traore. Right in his hands. Quick release. Got another easy one to go down on the low block.
Monmouth up to an early 4-1 lead, as Barton giving it back up to Prochet, who we mentioned that all MAAC second teamer. Back out to Hammond as the Purple Eagles working the perimeter. A kick out and a wide open look here for Hammond. No good. A rebound for Solomon, who's right underneath. Gets hammered and will go to the line for 2 more shots.
Yeah, nice job by Solomon inside, attacking the glass there. Took a lot of contact. He's going back to the foul line. Going to shoot 2 more for the Purple Eagles.
So the teams who had played only 1 time in the regular season as part of the 18-game MAAC schedule. Niagara won that meeting. It was a blowout, 75-48. They beat the Hawks back on January 26, and a 27-point win, the largest for Niagara in 10 years since in the MAAC tournament when they beat Marist. As the free throw, first one is good for Solomon. And the back end is good as well, making it a 1-point game. But this game, Steve, though, I has a feeling that it's going to be much, much closer than that.
Yeah, I think this game is a coin flip. I mean, 11th seed, they were tied for 9th, of course, but with the tiebreakers, Niagara ends up being the 11th seed. But these teams are, I think, very evenly matched at this stage of the season.
Sure. In the post, here's Diego Quinn trying to back down, loses the handle on the basketball, loose on the floor. Quinn comes up with it, loses it again. And now out to Salnave, thought about the three. Tries to fire a pass inside, but too much traffic and a turnover.
Yeah, not a good look there by Salnave. Tried to pass it in the low post with his left hand.
There's Marvin Prochet launching a deep three. Missed that one badly as Prochet, despite his size at 6'7", he really likes to live outside on the perimeter, and that's where we're going to see a lot of his offense come from.
Yeah, he's best really facing up to the goal. He's got a really good mid-range game, but he's very, very capable from beyond the arc, but he's amped up a little bit. He shot that one way too hard, shot almost an air ball there.
Monmouth basketball now as Salnave, who had 2-game winners this year for Monmouth. Big hand to go to in clutch time as he works it out now to Hammond. His three ball no good, and rebounded by Prochet.
Yeah, it's been a problem for Monmouth all season long. They have just struggled to shoot the basketball.
They've been able to make up for it for a lot of it on their play on the defensive side, and see if they can come up here with another stop as Solomon will pull up for a three. That's good. Nothing but net, and the Hawks, or excuse the Purple Eagles rather, wrong bird, go in front.
Yeah, nice job there by Solomon. That was a quick release three ball.
Salnave gets denied, goes to Traore at the free throw line. His jumper's good.
Yeah, Traore's off to a nice start. 6 points for Traore. Nice mid-range jumper from about 16 feet.
Team's knotted up at 6. A bit of a slower start in terms of scoring. The earlier two games today, both very close, and this one going shot for shot here is Prochet. The leading scorer for this Niagara team, giving up to Barton. And now over to Marcus Hammond, a very skilled three-point shooter at the free throw line. Back out now to Solomon. Solomon spinning. And now wide open baseline for Prochet with the two-handed flush.
Boy, that's his skill set, that quick first step to the goal. Put it on the deck. That was an emphatic flush on the baseline there by Prochet.
See how Monmouth answers here as they're going to feed the big man Quinn. Back up top to Salnave. He'll take the three ball. In and out. Greg King with the rebound.
Good look there for Salnave. He had his feet set just a little bit too hard off the back iron.
Here's the transition look for Niagara as Prochet trying to get in. Passes underneath to King. Lost it. And it'll be a turnover. So Marvin Prochet and the Niagara Purple Eagles out to an 8-6 lead on the Monmouth Hawks, and finishing it with an exclamation point on this one. Purple Eagles by 2, just a couple minutes in.
Rise and shine, people. It's your perfect day. A chance to find inspiration and prepare for the future. To build lasting relationships and push the limit harder than before. This is your today, and it couldn't be more perfect. Until tomorrow, when it happens again.
At Niagara University, we believe that whatever you do, you should do it with all of your heart. That before you can fly, you need to be encouraged to spread your wings. That having a few great professors can make all the difference. That while pursuing a degree fit for the 21st century, you should learn a little about yourself too. And that feeling prepared can take you places you never thought you'd go. Are you ready to feel the power of Niagara University?
Back inside the Times Union Center, Andy Helwig, Steve Hagenk with you as the Purple Eagles out to an 8-6 lead on the Monmouth Hawks. Final game of the opening round here in the MAAC tournament. Winner will take on the 3-seeded Quinnipiac Bobcats on Saturday. Neither team, I would say here, Steve, off to a fluid offensive start.
No, they've been it's been a little slow really on both sides, but yeah, it's been Monmouth's MO, Andy, all season long. You know, they're ninth in scoring offense. They score just over 63 points a game, but they're very, very talented in transition, and they're very strong on the defensive end of the floor.
A bit of a different look from King Rice's teams, as in previous years, as those regular season MAAC championship teams who would love to run and score, maybe 85 points a game, slowing things down here as with 10 on the shot clock. McClary feeding Quinn inside, lost off the handle, and a turnover. Here's Prochet looking to get things started as they'll get it out to Barton. Barton, he's going to pull up. That's well off the mark to the left. And again, both teams still off to a bit of a cold start here as Salnave looking to go in transition. He turns it over. And Marcus Hammond going to the rim, lays it up and in.
Yeah, nice job in transition there by Marcus Hammond. They turned Monmouth over, took full advantage.
McClary up to Traore, the entry feed in the Quinn, turn, left hook.
Nice job there by Diego Quinn. That's a good piece of footwork by Quinn down there on the low block. Third team All MAAC. He had a fine season.
Diego Quinn, most MAAC tournament experience on this Monmouth roster. As there are some teams that #1 seeds in the tournament that made premature exits a couple seasons ago. As the double ends up on Prochet, around the horn now to Barton. Skip pass is knocked away, another turnover. As McClary trying to get right to the rack. Wild layup partially blocked. McClary able to get a hand on it, but not enough, and it'll go back down to Niagara.
Yeah, McClary, he wanted a foul call on that. Thought there was some contact taking it to the rim, but have to play on Niagara basketball.
Monmouth making a point of emphasis here to get to the paint. All 6 of their first 8 points coming right inside. Prochet back over to Hammond, and offensive foul called on Niagara.
Yeah, they got Solomon on the cross screen there on the baseline. He was trying to free up Rob, who just came into the game. Moving pick, pretty easy call to make. Turnover, Purple Eagles be Monmouth basketball.
And an interesting move here by Chris Casey as Dominic Robb, who is one of the best big men that Niagara has had, an all-time program leader in blocks, just crossed over 1,000 points not long ago. These last couple games, we've seen him come off the bench, and as Salnave hits on the right elbow jumper, an interesting move, but for the most part, it seemed to have benefited Niagara.
Yeah, absolutely. He likes coming off the bench. Though their problem was late in the season, the Purple Eagles lose 7 out of 9. They really struggled down the stretch, but they need Dominic Robb on the floor as Niagara buries another 3-ball. That's Solomon rising up on the 3-ball.
Purple Eagles back out to a 3-point lead as Salnave finds an opening at the free throw line. Now he's cut off, going back into Quinn. Right-hand hook rolls in.
That's another really good post up there down on the low block by Quinn, and a good drop step. Nice deft touch with that jump hook.
Here's Robb now getting his first touch. Let's see if he's going to back in on Quinn. Instead goes back out to Towns. Now Hammond trying to get back to Prochet. Him underneath. Now the baseline jumper for Robb. No good.
That was unselfish play there by Prochet. Robb had a good look from about 13 feet. Just a little bit too hard off the back iron.
Again, Salnave at the free throw line. Out to Malik Martin. First time in the game for him. Now to Dion Hammond. Salnave at the free throw line. Whistle first, and a foul is going to be called on the Hawks and will negate the possession.
Yeah, they got Diego Quinn on the block, trying to free up Salnave there. Moving screen.
Monmouth able to up their shooting percentage right now to 55%. Niagara 4 of their first 10 from the field as they hold the 1-point lead. And again, here's Prochet in the post. And he gets double teamed, nearly lost it, gets it back. Now up to Hammond, wide open for the 3, off the mark again. And usually guys like Marcus Hammond, they get that open, they're usually knocking those down.
Yeah, absolutely. He shoots over 50% from beyond the arc. He usually knocks it down. They're taking the basketball out of Prochet's hand, doing a good job doubling him.
First shot for Louis Polari, missed that one well short. And with that, will bring us to the under-12 timeout here in the Times Union Center. 13-12, Purple Eagles still in front on the Monmouth Hawks here in the opening round of the 2019 MAAC Men's Basketball Tournament. Back inside the Times Union Center in the opening round of the 2019 MAAC Men's Basketball Tournament, as see Chris Casey, the head coach of the Purple Eagles, in his 6th year with Niagara, and looking to get his team off to a bit of a better rhythm here, as you see King Rice with Monmouth, as King Rice has had some teams that have expected to take some bigger runs, but his Hawks this year falling a game out of that logjam in the top 5, and going into the final weekend here, it seemed like it was just about anybody could finish in those top 5.
Oh, no question about it. Unfortunately for the Hawks, Andy, they lose 4 out of their last 5 to fall out of it, but they were right there, top 2 teams late in the season.
As a foul called, as Raheem Solomon is looking to drive, and they're going to get Louis Polari on that one. And it was really interesting the way that the conference finished out this year, because you have Iona, who finished at the top at 12-6, and then you have the next 4 teams at 11-7, and then Monmouth at 10-8. So every team about in the top 6 just a game separating from nearly regular season champion to perhaps missing a bye. So all about who picks up their play late, as Rutherford, one of the MAAC's best in steals, comes up with one here. Hits Polari, but a little too hot to handle, and an opportunity for a transition bucket goes to waste.
Yeah, Rutherford did a nice job with that steal, but just led Polari a little too much. Turnover Hawks.
Rutherford second in the MAAC in steals with just over 2 a game. Ricky McGill at Iona leads that category, as Purple Eagles looking to be a little cleaner on this one. Prochet. Back out to Hammond. Neither of them have been shooting well from the perimeter. Purple Eagles rather, 2 of 7 overall is Prochet. Getting out to Towns, looking to break the drought from deep. He does.
Nice job there by Towns, but that's Prochet with that wonderful vision. Hitting Towns, set his feet, buried it from distance.
Polari, jab step. Out to Malik Martin. Now they're going to feed inside the Traore. Back to Polari, looking to get to the inside. Off the window.
Nice play there by Polari. Off the bounce there. Pulled up, stopped on a dime from about 13 feet. Got it to go down.
And not a spot you see Louis Polari too often. Traditionally just your traditional three-point shooter, but that time getting a little more inside.
Yeah, absolutely. Went off the bounce there a little bit, but his game as Hammond buries the 3-ball.
And now Niagara hit their last 2 3-balls. See if they can start heating up from the perimeter as they open up a 5-point lead on the Hawks. Martin getting it back out to Polari, going again right inside. The runner no good. Just missed his own rebound, and the Purple Eagles look to run. Hammond at the top, goes to Towns. Towns back out to Hammond, looking for the 3. Here's Solomon, he'll take it. Doesn't get the roll, and offensive board for Prochet, but couldn't get the finish with the foul.
Nice play there by Prochet, going straight up. He got hit on the elbow. He's going line to shoot 2 for Niagara. Take a look again here on the replay, and Prochet just does a good job on the weak side. A lot of contact there.
Prochet shoots 68% from the charity stripe, as he's perfect on that first one. Double-double machine he has been this year. Leads the MAAC in that category with 8. Opened up the year with 4 straight.
Oh, yeah, he's multi-dimensional on the offensive end. He's got a really good mid-range game, but he can score with his back to the basket and, of course, step outside, shoot the 3-ball as well.
As he's perfect on that trip, that'll bring Greg Kawakamenza into the ball game and give Prochet his first rest. Kawakamenza, 6'6", 200 sophomore out of Worcester, Massachusetts, averaging just about 2 points a game for the Perps. Here's Dion Hammond. Pull up from the left elbow. No good.
A good look there by Hammond from about 16 feet, just right there at the elbow, just too hard off the back iron.
Niagara trying to expand their buffer here as Towns look to get a screen from Rob, but nothing open. Now to Kawakamenza. 10 on the shot clock. Rob looking to pass out, goes to Solomon. Now a quick feed underneath for Kawakamenza. Couldn't finish the layup. Oh, it was a great find underneath, but the finish wasn't there.
Yeah, Kawakamenza just rushed it a little bit, but he should have put that one away.
As they trade misses at each end. That time, though, Malik Martin there to finish it, but it seems, I don't know if it's nerves there, but when you miss layups, as we got a foul called here, but each team just missing some of the easy ones.
Yeah, absolutely, from point blank range there. But Martin for the Hawks really does a nice job anticipating that miss, getting that one to go down for Monmouth.
So the foul called on Monmouth. They're 6th as a team. The next one will bring us to the bonus. Here's Towns. And an offensive foul called on Niagara, and it's going to be on Towns.
Yeah, they got Towns. He didn't like it. He lowered his shoulder a little bit. When you lower your shoulder, you usually get the offensive foul called on you. Here it is again on the replay. It was a good show there. It was really his offhand more, and I thought that was the proper call.
Monmouth working the ball on the weave around the arc as Hammond looks to get inside with the runner. Again, no finish.
Again, a really good look by Hammond. Just a little bit too hard. He had it high off the window, shot it pretty soft, but boy, the lid remains on the basket for Monmouth. They are really shooting the ball poorly.
Towns back up to Kwakamenza, trying to hit Rob, and a little too anxious that time is one Ray Salnave.
Yeah, they got Salnave there going over the back of Rob. That was a good high-low entry, really taking advantage of that mismatch. Salnave cannot hold Rob down on a low block.
And Ray Salnave, who's about 6'3", and Dom Rob, who's 6'8". And if you get the thing about Dom Rob too is that if he gets the ball anywhere that close to the basket, I mean, he's just so talented where he's got an arsenal of shots he can use to be able to score.
Yeah, he can score with both hands. Comes in averaging right at 11 points a game. And when you have a mismatch like that, you have to recognize it, walk him down on the block, which they did, and Monmouth had no choice there but to foul him.
So Dom Rob, a 74% free throw shooter, gets the first of the 1-and-1. A senior out of Pittsburgh, as Diego Quinn will go back in. Dom Rob, one of those guys who also really steps up his play in tournament time. He's averaging 15 points a game in the tournament and 7.5 rebounds as well, which are both well above his season averages of about 11 and 5, as the back one is no good.
And he is a rim protector.
Yeah.
Certainly just a tremendous shot blocker, has been his entire career.
The all-time leader in blocks at Niagara, as Salnave finds an opening for a deep two and hits it.
Yeah, that's a nice job there. Mid-range jumper from Salnave. Received a really good screen there from Diego Quinn.
4-point game here is Marcus Hammond. 5 points so far in the day. Able to hit Towns. Tight defense here from Monmouth as Towns gets it poked and will race it all the way back, and now shot clock is down to 9. Niagara has to hurry here as Towns kicks to the corner. Khalif Tate pulls up for the deep two ball. Missed it bad. Shot clock did not reset, but doesn't matter as Quinn comes up with the rebound.
Yeah, not a good offensive possession there by the Purple Eagles. They were rushed with the shot clock winding down. Tate shoots the air ball.
Diego Quinn, ball is poked free from him, went off his head, and with that, will be a foul on Dom Rob, and will send us to a break. Niagara up 22-18 on the Monmouth Hawks, just about 7 to go. Welcome back to the Times Union Center in Albany, New York. Andy Hellick, Steve Egink, as we see Mark Ribchik on the sidelines for the Niagara Purple Eagles. His first game back since his battle with cancer, and I wish the best of luck to Coach Ribchik, and great to see him back out in tournament time and on the sideline with his team.
Oh, absolutely. That's always a wonderful sight. Great to see him back here at the MAAC tournament.
Actually engaged to the Siena women's head coach, Allie Jack. They all seem to know each other here, Steve. It'll be Monmouth basketball out of the timeout, still trailing by 4. Entry feed into Quinn, trying to go for the up and under. Shot is blocked by Rob. Another time, another block. Quinn for a third one. Another block. 1, 2, 3 times. Dom Rob says no.
Just a tremendous job by the league leader in blocks, Dominic Robb. That was really special. Let's take a look at it again here on the replay. You know, going straight up, and you have to have great timing. That's the first block. Diego Quinn gets it back again, and here's the third one for the league leader, Dominic Robb, just protecting the basket for the Purple Eagles.
He averages just over 2 a game, which is, like you said, Steve, good for the league best, as Dion Hammond able to get to the cup and lay it in.
Yeah, nice take there by Dion Hammond off the bounce. That was a quick first step to the goal.
Dom Fragala into the game for the first time for the Purple Eagles. Going deep into their bench here as Towns giving it back up to Khalif Tate. Tate up to Kwaka Menza, 10 to shoot for the Purple Eagles, so they go to Dom Rob. Back out to Towns, open for the 3, no good. And the Purple Eagles come up empty.
It's a good look there for Towns, just again, a little bit too wide right.
Rutherford doesn't get the roll, but it'll stay with Monmouth. Rutherford able to get that long pass and had a great take to it, but.
Yeah, he's mad at himself. He had a good look there right at point-blank range, but fortunately for Monmouth, it's off Niagara. Be Hawks basketball out of bounds under.
Shot clock resets to 30, and the inbound will go all the way up back to Salnave. Salnave 4 points so far, and unable to get the free throw jumper. That time, the ball will go down to the Purple Eagles. Diego Quinn unable to corral it.
Yeah, that's Salnave's game. You know, he's very, very good in the mid-range and just struggling to get going thus far.
Salnave, who's got 2 turnovers in this game. When the two teams met earlier this year, he had 4 turnovers. And Salnave, who's generally been pretty solid for the Hawks, will now get a breather along with Malik Martin, who will go to the bench. Samuel Chaput getting his first action today, a freshman. Just under the 6-minute mark here in the first half as Towns kicks it out to Prochet. Prochet has had a bit of a quiet start here. Now Tate back to Fragala. Towns around the screen looking to attack inside. Kick to the corner for the corner 3 for Fragala. No good. And another stop for Monmouth. Here's the transition. Look for Chaput underneath the basket. Couldn't get a shot away, but makes a good save out to Quinn.
Yeah, well, that was a really nice athletic play to keep the possession alive.
Rutherford, nothing but net.
Nice 3-ball there from Rutherford. As we mentioned earlier, they struggle from beyond the arc. They're last in 3-point shooting, shoot just 29% on the year, but that was a nice 3-ball there by Rutherford.
And now the Hawks go in front by 1 on a 7-0 run here as Niagara works the ball around the horn to Fragala, getting a screen. Try to go back to Rob. Now looking to attack off the dribble. Rob lays it up and in. Takes Diego Quinn right to work.
Oh, that is an athletic play by the big Rob. Putting it on the deck, going baseline. Nice soft layup there by Rob.
The team's trading leads here as the corner pass. Getting into Rutherford, back out to Dion Hammond. Now McClary. Back to Rutherford, back to McClary again. Now Chaput trying to get inside. Corner to Hammond for 3. That's good.
Nice play there. Really breaking down the defense there. Hammond sets his feet, buries it from distance.
Great ball movement there for the Hawks as they have their 2-point lead. They haven't led by more than 3 in this game so far. At the top, Tate for the answer. Off the back iron, and Prochet got a hand on it, so it'll go back to the Monmouth Hawks.
Yeah, Tate had a good look. When it was in the air, it looked like it was right on line, just too hard off the back iron. Here it is again on the replay. See it, Just Monmouth going up there. It was a proper call. Went off the Purple Eagles. Be Monmouth basketball.
Niagara in a cold spell, won for their last 7. And, Steve, where have you seen Monmouth really turn up their defensive intensity?
Hey, they're very good with their hands. They move laterally very, very well. One pass away, they're in denial position. They look to turn you over. They've been playing very well on the defensive end.
See, trying to keep it up on the offensive side. Quinn underneath. And a foul is called, and it'll send Diego Quinn to the line when we return. Niagara, bit of a cold spell as the Monmouth Hawks take a 2-point lead to the under 4 timeout. The Monmouth Hawks looking to expand their lead over the Niagara Purple Eagles. It's currently 26-24 with the Diego Quinn free throw coming up as Monmouth has gotten 14 of their 26 total points coming inside the paint. But interestingly enough, Stig Egink, is that this is their first trip to the free throw line today.
Yeah, first trip to the line. Diego Quinn, he's starting to demand the basketball a little bit more. He is a force inside. They need to get him some touches on the low block.
The MAAC third-teamer, a 71% free throw shooter, as first one does not get the roll. In the previous meeting between the two teams, Quinn pulled down 7 rebounds. So far in this one, he's got 4, as the back end of the free throws is good. So Monmouth, who had a really hard time getting their offense together, starting to figure things out and starting to shut Niagara down a bit as the Purple Eagles able to break the pressure. Corner pass, Barton for 3, good!
Yeah, nice job there. Barton called for it, set his feet, buried it from beyond the arc.
And we're all knotted up at 27. Just a couple minutes remaining before we reach the halftime break. Rutherford around the horn now to McClary. Up top, Chaput, again, going back to Quinn, wanting it, but couldn't finish.
That was a good entry pass, high to low, Chaput to Quinn, but Quinn couldn't get that jump hook to go down on the low block.
Diego Quinn, 2 of 7 from the field with 5 points. Here's Prochet for 3. No good, and Hammond rebounds.
Yeah, that's his game. Prochet is off to an uneven start on the offensive end.
As Rutherford trying to go to the other end. Tough shot, no finish. As Prochet will slow things down a bit. We talked about Prochet, 1 of 3 so far as Barton getting inside. He can't finish either.
Yeah, that was a good take there by Barton, but he short-armed it a little bit, missed the layup.
Transition 3, Dion Hammond, no good. Game picking up a lot of pace. The possession's just no more than it seems like 5 seconds.
Yeah, they're getting up and down now, but still struggle. Monmouth struggles. They have made a couple of threes, but they struggle from distance. They have all season long.
Barton at the top, out to Solomon, and now Marcus Hammond. Hand in his face from Rutherford. We'll go back out to Barton, and now Solomon pulling up from the right side, and gets the 3 to go.
Yeah, that's a nice 3 ball there by Solomon. That was deep. That was from well beyond the arc there. Set his feet, buried it. That was a sweet 3-ball by Solomon.
And for where the three-point shooting hasn't been too strong for Niagara today, Solomon 3 of 5 from downtown. Quinn looking to pass out, finds McClary. Now Rutherford back to Quinn. The smaller King on him, pulls up from short range and rolls in.
Yeah, nice job. Really good footwork there in the mid-post by Diego Quinn. Pulled up from about 8 feet, got a friendly roll.
Hawks still trailing by 1 as get down to under 90 seconds to go. Barton out to Solomon, and now Marcus Hammond looking to attack. Able to find a lane, puts up the runner. Iron unkind, but Hammond at the putback, counted and the foul.
Oh, that's a great play on the weak side. Offensive rebound by Hammond. He got clipped on the elbow. He's going to line for a possible conventional three-point play.
With that, Ray Salnave and Louis Pilario will come back in for the Hawks and take another look at it.
That's just a great shot. They're falling away again, taking the contact. That was a really good individual play there by Hammond.
Yeah, it seemed like Monmouth almost fell asleep for a moment there as Hammond was just able to stand there and get the offensive rebound. The rebounding right now, Monmouth actually out rebounding Niagara by 4. So Hammond for 1 here. Marcus Hammond, 82% from the stripe, and keeps that trend true with the make. 70 seconds to play here in the first half. As Chaput trying to shake and bake Hammond, kick out to Salnave. McClary attacking. Shot altered by Prochet, and a tie-up. Alternate possession will keep it with the Hawks.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Prochet there, going straight up. He did get a piece of that, but it'll remain with the Hawks on the alternating possession.
Gonna go out to Quinn, and Hawks have 10 to shoot here, so Chaput looking to attack, finds the opening, gets the shot up, and count it!
Wow, that was a great play off the bounce by Chaput. That was a circus shot with his left hand, took the contact, going to the line for a possible conventional three-point play. Here it is again on the replay. That is just a quick take. Chaput putting it on the deck and making that very, very difficult attempt.
And Diego Quinn helping that out as well, getting his man out of the way and creating that opening for Chaput to get inside, as can make it a 1-point game with the man who just got 3 blocks in I think about 5 seconds or so. Dom Robb back into the game. So Chaput left it well short.
Yeah, he short-armed that one. Almost shot an air ball there from 15 feet.
Looking at about 21 seconds, separating the shot and game clocks here. Purple Eagles, if they wanted to do 2 for 1, they got 8 seconds to do it. As Solomon trying to find an opening, trying to cross up Chaput. Out to Hammond. Hammond getting a screen. Gets it back to Robb off of that screen. Now with 3 to shoot. Robb's got to move here. 2 down to 1. Lost it. It'll stay with Niagara. And although it says 1 second on the shot clock, I got a feeling it's a little closer to maybe half.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a good double there by McClary. We've got a timeout on the floor, Andy.
So with a 2-point game, 22 seconds to go here in the first. And Niagara with maybe half a second to get a shot off here. This has got to be something right around the rim probably.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have to set it up screen, throw it up to the rim because it's 1 second maybe. It's probably under that. So this is going to be a difficult out-of-bounds play.
Leading scorer in the ball game right now, Raheem Solomon, and 3 of 5 from downtown. He's got 3 free throws as well to lead everyone in the ball game right now, as neither team off to a spectacular offensive start. And this is going to be one of those MAAC grinded out games that we've seen across the league so many times this year.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first 2 games you saw, they went down to the final possessions. That's been the kind of year, though, Andy, in the MAAC. We've seen it from the get-go. A lot of close games. Anybody can beat anybody.
Quick pass to Robb. Touch shot. Barely grazed the rim to avoid the violation. But the Hawks get the rebound and can run out the clock here as Salnave's going to go right to the rim and lays it in.
Oh, that's a tremendous play by Salnave, going coast to coast in transition.
So now Niagara able to hold for the final shot with 5 to go. Hammond straight away. Takes the deep 3 to beat the buzzer, but couldn't get it to go. So Ray Salnave take one more look at it, and an interesting move by Salnave to, instead of trying to take it down, he takes it himself right to the cup. And we got ourselves a tie game at 33-all at the break. Back here at halftime in the Times Union Center in Albany, New York. Andy Hoeg, Steve Egging, and our entire ESPN crew tonight as we are tied 33-all at the break between Monmouth and Niagara. The winner of this game will face the number 3 seed, the Quinnipiac Bobcats, Sunday at 7 o'clock. And then on from the semis, they will face the winner of Canisius and Manhattan. But so far, every game in this tournament, Steve, has lived up to the expectations that it's going to be the wild MAAC this year in terms of conference tournament.
Oh, no question about it. Hey, case in point, first half here in the last game, tied 33-33. First couple games, first opening round games, they came down to the final 2 or 3 possessions. It's been that kind of year in the MAAC this season.
And then you go into tomorrow's games. You have the number 1 through 5, the top 5 seeds that earn that bye start getting in action, and that's when things only get more fun. See who gets that big upset, that first big upset of the tournament.
Oh, no question about it. And you have to like Iona. You know, Tim Kluse's team is so talented on the offensive end of the floor. I mean, they come in winners of 7 straight, and St. Peter's won in a overtime game against Marist. That was really a great game. And I still think they're the favorite because they're playing so well. But hey, history has shown that this is a wide open tournament.
And there's no telling which one of these games could be that first big upset, if any of them. Who knows this year, the way the MAAC has gone, but we'll see coming up tomorrow and Saturday. I'll take another timeout here from the Times Union Center. 33-33, your score at the half.
The 2018-19 men's basketball.
Well, the kids wanted a puppy, but they can be really expensive. So to save money, I just found him a possum.
Dad, I think he's dead.
Probably just plain possum. There he is.
There's an easier way to save. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Speed and precision, unrelenting power. This trophy is not given, it must be earned. The 2019 NCAA Frozen Four, April 11th and 13th at KeyBank Center in Buffalo.
With a shot, saved by Morris. Takes the shot,
Visit ncaa.com/Frozen4 and get your tickets today.
Taking a look at our first half stats, and offensively, not much to talk about. Monmouth controlling the glass so far in the first half and the paint as well. And a lot of those offensive numbers for Niagara due to the fact that Marvin Prochet hasn't been able to contribute too much.
Oh, no question about it. Hey, the Hawks are doing a great job on Prochet. This is a player that's one of the most talented offensive kids in the league, does a lot of great things. Just 1 out of 3, just 3 attempts. What Monmouth's doing, they're taking the basketball out of his hands. They're doubling him, forcing him to pass the basketball. Hey, they have to make some adjustments. It's a close game. Obviously, it's tied at halftime, but Prochet is the 5th leading scorer in the league. He's got to get it going in the second half on the offensive end.
Let's see if any team can get it going from downtown as well. Neither team off to a hot start from three-point land, but they've had a chance to talk it over. We'll see what happens in the second half when we return to the Times Union Center in Albany. All right, let's get after it. Second half of basketball between Monmouth and Niagara, the 6-11 game in the first round here at the 2019 MAAC Men's Basketball Tournament. 33 all as we open up the second half, as Marcus Hammond finds an opening at the right elbow. Doesn't get the roll, went all the way around, but no good.
Yeah, tough luck there for Hammond. That was halfway down, popped out.
See if Monmouth can break the tie here as Mustafa Traore at the free throw line looks to attack, takes the contact, couldn't get the finish.
Boy, Traore had a point-blank range there. Mad at himself. Got to get those to go down close to the basket.
And the big thing here, let's see if Prochet, how his second half goes, and that's a good start as he bangs home the three.
Yeah, that's a lot of his game. When they give him space at 6'7", he has that kind of range from distance.
First bucket of the second half as McClary for the Purple Eagles. Able to hit Salnave, going to McClary, right back underneath, has a look, swatted out of the air by King.
Oh, that's a great block. King coming over from the weak side. Really good timing.
That one had some force on it.
Yeah, with an emphatic block. Here it is again on the replay. Nice slip to the goal here, but King, that's just a really good block with perfect timing.
Still Hawks basketball here with 10 to shoot as McClary getting inside with the left hand, able to finish.
Now that's a nice take to the goal. Strong to the goal there by McClary.
Monmouth able to dominate the paint for a majority of that first half and the glass as well. And Steve, having coached for as long as you have, you say dominate the glass, you get the game. Do you see that being the case through the first half? And if that continues, Monmouth could come away with the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, points in the paint in the first half, they got 20. I mean, 20 of their points were in the painted area. They're not going to shoot many threes. You know, they're dead last in the conference, 29%. They need to go off the bounce and attack the glass, and I think you'll continue to see that here in the second half.
First foul in the second half as Dion Hammond picks up his third. Hammond was one of the better scorers for Monmouth as passes intercepted and almost took out your monitor, Steve.
Almost. Oh, we're okay.
Got to get your hands in the lane. Knock that out.
We're all right. No harm, no foul.
Louis Polari will check in now for Dion Hammond, who's got to sit out a bit, picking up that early third foul as Hammond, who averages just about 12 points a game. 63% of his shot attempts come from outside, but given that nobody's really able to convert from downtown, Hammond's offense hasn't been where it likes to be as King gets a pass underneath. Shot blocked by Quinn, and took a shot right up top there.
Yeah, he got fouled after that excellent block. Got a couple of really wonderful shot blockers. Here it is again on the replay. Quinn, just like you teach, goes straight up, hand right on top of the basketball, then he gets poked in the eye.
Hand right on top of the face that time for Diego Quinn as I believe we have to tie a shoe there. Greg King gets it all knotted away. But the second half so far seeming to be pretty similar in the first 2 minutes to what we saw in the first, as neither team getting the perfect rhythm I think their coaches are looking for. Is Polari looking to attack, spinning, going with the right hand to finish.
Well, that is a really great play off the bounce by Polari with a spin dribble there. Really nice, high off the window.
And Polari, like we mentioned, a traditional three-point shooter, but when those shots aren't going down, still finding ways to contribute as King gets the pass in the interior, and Diego Quinn jumps almost over him, and that'll send King to the line.
Yeah, good head fake there. Good catch inside by King. He took a lot of contact. He's going line to shoot two. Here it is again on the replay. Nice slip to the goal there by King. You see that really nice shot fake. Obvious personal foul there on Monmouth.
So Diego Quinn will get his second as King's first is no good, a 53% shooter. He came off the bench as a fifth-year senior for majority of the season and then has made the starting five in the last 3 games. He played 32 minutes in the regular season finale as the second of the two rolls in.
It's a good free throw shooting team. Niagara's comes in second in the MAAC in free throw shooting. It's been a big plus for him this season.
Here's Polari trying to back in. That time missed it well short. I think it rolled off the heel of his hand there. Didn't get it cleanly.
Yeah, King Rice, they wanted a foul there. They said it was on the elbow there, and Polari wanted the foul as well, but have to play on.
Solomon had 3 threes in the first half, looking for a fourth, and and he got it.
That's a great step-back three ball there by Solomon, really showing his range.
4 for 6 from downtown for Raheem Solomon with 15 points for the Purple Eagles, who lead by 3. Polari crossing over, going to Salnave. Traore sets a screen. Salnave gets a short opening, and a late whistle comes in as the late closeout looks like it's going to send Ray Salnave to the line.
Take a look at the replay here with Solomon here. Just a step back, creating space for himself. That is a special three ball. He has gotten it done from distance tonight.
And McCleary, who bit on the drive there, and then just great separation as Salnave hits the first. And again, Monmouth, who did not go to the line very much in the first half, went 1 for 3 from the stripe. Hit their first one here in the second as Salnave goes 2 of 2 from the line. Hawks bringing pressure here as Marcus Hammond breaks it pretty easily, and then with that bounced it right off his knee and out of bounds.
Yeah, the freshman turned it over there. Just those are the unforced turnovers that just drive coaches crazy.
And it got real tight there as Salnave closed in, and Salnave actually got a hand on that, so credit to Ray Salnave for being able to create a turnover there.
Yeah, absolutely. Quick hands there by Salnave.
Salnave now running the point here from Monmouth. Again, Polari showing the post up there on Hammond. Again, looks to attack. Step back from the right elbow. Gets the roll.
That's a great individual effort. Really a nice step back there by Polari from about 16 feet.
Polari feeling good, smiling his way down the court after he hit that one. Brochet looking to back Salnave in at the elbow. Now his own step back jumper, no good.
That's a good look there from Brochet. Just shot it too hard off the back iron.
Salnave looking to run in transition. Oh, just couldn't get the finish. Quinn's put back, no good. Out to McCleary. Here's Polari going in for the runner. Louis Polari going on a run.
Yeah, Polari's doing some good things for the Hawks on the offensive end.
Oh, here's Hammond at the other end. Knocks down the three ball.
Yeah, he created some space for himself. Freshman in transition, rises up, buries it from distance.
And now we're starting to pick up the pace here in the Times Union Center. McCleary looking to go to the rack. Kicks it out to Polari. Oh, I think he wants it. Polari, jab step. Thought about the step back, instead goes out to Salnave. Now Quinn facing the basket. He's going to pull up from short range and knocks it down.
Nice job there by Quinn, calling for it in the mid-post. Good piece of footwork. Squares up, buries it from about 10 feet.
And for all the slow parts of the first half we saw, Monmouth now 5 for their last 7 here in the second half. Raheem Solomon, he's been hot from downtown today. He hits King. King thinking about attacking on Quinn, backing him in. Going up with the left hand and gets the finish.
Oh, that's a really good piece of footwork there by King, making that jump hook with his offhand on the baseline.
Long transition pass up to Polari, who will give it back out to Salnave. Now feeding the post to Quinn. Oh, they had Polari in the corner, but King stripped it from right out of his hand.
Yeah, quick hands there by King on that steal. Turnover Hawks.
And Solomon thought about the three, goes to Hammond. Now Barton for the right side, triple, no good. And offensive foul is going to be called on Solomon. Gave a little extra shove there on the rebounding effort, but the Monmouth Hawks getting 5 of their last 7 to go, and a lot of them coming off the hand of Louis Polari, able to get the step back jumper to go, and we are knotted up at 45. Things heating up here in the second half from the Times Union Center as Marcus Hammond, a reviewed three. It's going to stand there, not much question, creating the space. And Steve Egging for the second half has just been red hot for both teams, shooting over 50%. Monmouth's 5 for their last 7. What has been the difference?
Hey, they're just getting into the flow offensively. You know, they're going up and down. Hammond, the freshman, you know, he shoots 54% from beyond the arc. They have some talented players. Hey, Niagara, it's such a big part of their offense, shooting the three ball. Conversely, the Hawks, they want to take it to the basket, throw the basketball into Diego Quinn. They're going to score the ball a totally different way than Niagara.
And now Monmouth going to the bench here, bringing Nick Rutherford in, known for his defensive efforts. Let's see how this changes things. Rutherford out to McClary. Back to Rutherford, and now the hot hand, Louis Polari. He's got 8 points on 4 of 7 shooting so far. Rutherford, as Polari coming off of a screen to the corner, goes back out to McClary. McClary to Martin. Louis Polari straight away, 3-ball. Off the back iron. Traore going up to get it and gets the foul called.
Nice job there by Traore. We see Niagara go 2-3 zone there, switching it up. Coach Casey switching it up there on the defensive end. Let's see if they stay in it.
That 3 from Polari, the first 3 that Monmouth has taken in this half so far. As now he looks to spin his way in. A short shot, gets the roll.
I tell you what, Polari has been engaged on the offensive end of the floor. That was a really nice take to the goal. Quick first step. He's going to line for a possible conventional three-point play.
And with that, Polari, the first Monmouth Hawk in double figures.
See it again on the replay. That's just a real nice spin dribble there by Polari. Short arms the free throw, does not get the three-point play.
Unconventional as he shoots 83% from the line. Here's Hammond up to Prochet again. Entry pass, almost denied, but a whistle comes in from the backside, and they'll get Rutherford for this one.
Yeah, they got Rutherford going over King's back there. Good recognition by Niagara. There was a mismatch there, and Rutherford did commit that foul going over the back.
Inbound will go all the way up top to Barton. Right side open here for Hammond. He attacks the middle. Out to Solomon and again to Barton. Barton, not much room to work with here as he has Traore on him. Down to 7 on the shot clock here for Niagara. Getting inside is King. Reverse layup.
Oh, that's a great take to the goal with the shot clock winding down there by King.
The flow of this game completely different, like you mentioned, Steve. It seems like they just feel more comfortable out there
they're
right now.
Just getting into the flow. They're playing a lot freer on the offensive end and really doing a good job scoring the basketball.
Polari has got 10 points so far in this game, down with 10 to shoot. Not much to work with here. Polari is going to make it happen himself. Getting inside, off-balance runner, gets another foul called.
Wow, that's a bailout there on Barton. You know, just go straight up. Polari's going to his left, his offhand, shoots one falling away, but they did clip him on the elbow. I thought that was the right call by Jeff Anderson, and Polari's going to line to shoot 2 for Monmouth.
So Dom Robb, who again started the half on the bench, will come in as Polari hits the first. Chris Barton, who has 3 fouls now as well, is going to come out of the game in place of James Towns. So Polari with that first free throw made, giving Monmouth a 1-point lead on Niagara. The second, no good. So Louis Polari with a tough start from the free throw line.
Yeah, uncharacteristic with 2 misses, as you just mentioned, Andy. Over 80% from the foul line.
Raheem Solomon for Niagara hitting Hammond. He's got a lane, but Polari cuts him off by fouling him.
Yeah, just 2 hand check. That's been a point of emphasis for 3 or 4 years now. Polari's got to get his hands off. Obvious call to make.
McClary out of the game. Malik Martin back in now for Monmouth. James Towns, he'll run the point for Niagara. Looking to use some speed here. Hammond. Dom Robb wants it. He's got Salnave on him. They give it to him. Robb now with the double team. Skip pass intercepted by Rutherford, and he's got a lane. Rutherford going to the rack, lays it up, count the bucket.
Boy, what a tremendous individual effort there by Rutherford after the steal, taking it coast to coast. He's getting ready to go to the line for a possible conventional three-point play. Here it is again on the replay. Just a great anticipation there in the passing lane by Rutherford, doing his thing, going coast to coast. Wonderful individual play there by Rutherford.
So Rutherford, who averages 2 steals a game, picked up his second there and turns it into points as the free throw goes in. Monmouth heating up now. Again, 4 for their last 5, but have not been able to get their lead any larger than 3. Here's Towns as he ran through Traore, and Traore blocking his path will take the foul, and that's going to be his third.
Yeah, Traore just has to move your feet. You have to move laterally, and again, just an easy one to make. There was some three-quarter court pressure. Niagara did a good job of breaking it, but Traore commits the personal.
And the foul number starting to tally up, as well as Monmouth is already in the bonus with Niagara's 7 fouls, and the Hawks have 5 of their own, so we'll see how the coaches handle respective foul trouble so far. Solomon for 3. No good. Rebound is tipped down and pulled down by Louis Polari. In transition, Salnave out to Polari for the 3. Off the mark to the right.
Polari didn't have his feet set there. Kind of drifted on that 3 ball. Didn't go straight up and down.
In the corner, Raheem Solomon trying to get inside, tried to split Salnave, and a foul comes in. Oh, they're going to count the bucket.
Jeff Anderson's going to give him that bucket. That was a really a great play there. But we got a timeout on the floor, Andy.
So 51-49, game as advertised. It's a close one. And we'll have free throws coming up for the Purple Eagles when we return. A question coming in today as to if Niagara was going to have some secondary scoring in this game from some of the unusual suspects, and Raheem Solomon has been that guy today. He's got 17 points so far, 5 of 8 from the field, and getting the and one before the timeout, going for another free throw. What has been the best part about Raheem Solomon's game in your mind today?
Hey, he can beat you in a lot of different ways. He's great from beyond the arc, but you see that quick first step, and he doesn't need a lot of space to get to the rim, and he has been really special all game long.
So Raheem Solomon, another free throw shooter, over 80% on the year as a freshman, as it's up and good. So again, here we sit at a 1-point game. Let's see how many times we mentioned that for the next 11 minutes here.
It's looks like it's going to go down to the final few possessions.
Rutherford for Monmouth, able to hit Dion Hammond. Oh, he's got a lane to the rim. Shot, I think, was blocked by Robb and taken now by Towns, who looks to run. In transition, out to Hammond, fakes the pass. Marcus Hammond, wide open 3, no good.
Tough luck there for Hammond. That was halfway down, popped out.
Salnave in transition, looking to make it happen. Circus shot, oh, what a finish!
Unbelievable shot there by Salnave. He had to put some English on that ball to get it to go down high off the window.
He shot that from the floor and got it to go.
That was a superb take to the goal by Salnave.
Brochet around to Marcus Hammond. Up top to Towns. Let's see if Solomon can continue his hot shooting. Looks to attack, step back 3, and a foul called on the play.
Yeah, let's take a look at it again on the replay here with Salnave just doing some great work off the bounce. That is a quick crossover, and he had to put English on the ball. That was a really terrific shot.
You see the guys from the bench recreating that.
Yeah.
Appreciate the spectacular finish there as Raheem Solomon will get 3 free ones here as Mustafa Traore picks up his 4th foul.
Yeah, Traore, you have to close out under control there. He was not under control. That was the proper call, but hey, that's a big call, important call when the game is at 1 possession.
And so far the first 2 have gone down, meaning the third would tie this game up again as Diego Quinn will now replace Traore. And it's a tough balance of being able to, want to make sure you get that best contest, but, keeping that hand up and not giving almost a free look.
Right, exactly. You can't run through them. I mean, you have to be under control when you close out.
So all 3 free ones go down, and we got ourselves a tie game again at 53 with just under 11 to go. Rutherford out to Salnave, quick feed to Quinn. Quinn trying to back in, spin, pump fake, right hand finish, count it!
Oh, that's just a great piece of footwork inside there by Diego Quinn. Clipped him on the forearm. He's going to line for a possible conventional 3-point play. Here it is again, really a nice entry pass there by Salnave and a strong drop step to the goal. Really a special move there by Diego Quinn.
The free throws, we're going to see a lot of them coming down the stretcher. Both teams in the bonus with over 10 minutes to go in the second half as Quinn left that one well short. Monmouth 50% from the free throw line. Niagara at 80%, 12 of 15, and you got a feeling that's going to be a deciding factor.
Yeah, absolutely. Niagara has shot free throws really well all season long.
Rob looking to attack from underneath. Reverse finish.
That's a great play by Rob inside there, taking it to the other end of the goal there on that reverse layup.
Dominic Robb now with 5 points on the day as Salnave for 3 rattles in.
They don't make a lot of threes, but they gave Salnave some space. He set his feet and buried it from distance.
Again, the pace picking up. Prochet at the other end. No good.
Yeah, good look there from
Hawks got away with one.
They left him there. He'll usually take full advantage of that.
Salnave looking to create again and gets it to go.
Big-time play there by Salnave from the mid-range. Knocked it down from about 15 feet.
Biggest lead of the day for Monmouth, up at 5 now. Looks like the Hawks are going to go back to a zone. Quick movement here from Monmouth as Towns around a screen. In the corner, Marcus Hammond, 3, no good. Offensive rebound for Prochet. And gets the foul called and will go to the line.
Yeah, nice job there by Prochet anticipating that miss. That's the problem when you go zone. You don't have man-to-man responsibilities. It's easy to give up offensive rebounds. That's what happened there with Prochet. He's going to line shoot 2.
2 of 2 on the day so far is Marvin Prochet, a 6'7" senior out of Brooklyn, New York. First one, nothing but net. Chris Barton returns now. Remember, he's got 3 fouls so far in this game. And Barton, who had a huge second half, the last time these two teams met, he had 20 points in the second half of his 22. As the second for Prochet, also good. Rutherford, as Malik Martin will call it the play. Pass is busted up off of Jeff Anderson. It stays with the Hawks. They get a lucky bounce.
Yeah, referee, the officials are in play. That was a lucky bounce for Monmouth.
Jeff Anderson was inbounds and is in play as Salnave. Oh, they're going to call him for the carry.
Yeah, he tried that hesitation dribble, but he put his hand underneath the basketball. Proper call, turnover Hawks.
So the Hawks get the lucky bounce and then turn it back over, coming up empty. Holding on to a 3-point lead here, but no lead really feels safe so far. So far today, we'll call it.
No lead is safe. I mean, that's the makeup of this tournament.
Feed the Prochet at the baseline. He's got Martin on him. Jab step. Oh, got it poked. Now looks to attack. Driving in. Out to Rob and see if they can use the advantage here. And the runner goes.
Oh, that's a nice play there by Rob from about 9 feet with that push runner. Tough shot.
Salnave, he's just connected on a couple shots for Monmouth. Out to Martin. Going to attack. Kick out to Rutherford. Looking to feed Quinn in the post. He's got an opening. Quinn, pump fake, goes up. Shot denied by Robbo, and Rob got hit up top as a foul is called in transition.
Another great block there by Dominic Robb. He has just great anticipation And here it is again on the replay. It's a really nice high-low entry to Quinn, but there's Rob, hand right on top of the basketball. That's another great block by Rob.
And Rob, who took a shot there, is still holding his hand over his mouth or his nose there. It looks like his mouth. Making sure he's still got all the teeth there. As Barton will get the 1-and-1. First one's good and continues again. Phenomenal shooting from the free throw line so far, as they are 15 of 18 on the day.
And again, second in the conference. They shoot over 73%. That could bode very, very, very well for the Purple Eagles as this game gets closer to the end. They go 1 out of 2.
Just a third miss on the day from the line. Salnay finds an opening in the baseline. Oh, he tried another one, but Prochet was not going to have any of that as he blocked the shot away.
Yeah, it's a really nice block there by Prochet. Another acrobatic attempt. Here it is again on the replay with Salnay going baseline there, but it did go off of Prochet.
Quinn getting the elbow feed. Back out to Hammond. Extra pass to Salnay. There's an opening here. Back out now to Rutherford. Rutherford feeding Quinn again inside. Goes up strong and gets fouled.
That's a great pass, high to low. Rutherford to Quinn. Really good catch in traffic by Quinn, who took it hard to the goal. Took the contact. He's going line to shoot 2.
And Dom Robb picks up now his third foul with 8:05 to go. Greg King, who plays minutes for Niagara as well down low. He's got 2. As Quinn, the first of 2, nothing but net.
These are going to be critical. I mean, Monmouth shot 68% during the regular season. That was 7th in the MAAC. But there's going to be a lot of free throws taken here in the last 8 minutes of this game. It's going to be critical to the outcome.
Diego Quinn with 12 points, 1 rebound shy of a double-double, as out of bounds will go down to Niagara. Speaking of double-doubles, and a guy who we mentioned leads the MAAC in that category, Marvin Prochet, 1 point shy. He's already got 10 rebounds.
Oh, he's a great, great player. He's just not on the offensive end. He takes pride in his defense, and he rebounds the basketball. Very, very tenacious on that end as well.
Marcus Hammond, straight away. Spun in a circle, couldn't find much here as, again, Monmouth showing that zone. Back up to Hammond again. Hammond spinning away, hitting Solomon, now at the baseline to Rob. Rob gets stripped, lost out of bounds. Ray Salnay thought it went off of Dom Robb, as looks like they might take a look at it perhaps, but if they do that, it's going to be during the break. 61-60, Niagara trailing the Monmouth Hawks with just under 8 to go.
Well, the kids wanted a puppy, but they can be really expensive. So to save money, I just found him a possum.
Dad, I think he's dead.
Probably just playing possum. There he is.
There's an easier way to save. Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Basketball returns to Atlantic City in 2020 when the MAAC teams battle it out in historic Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. This destination resort is the perfect backdrop for Division I men's and women's hoops, with excitement and entertainment on and off the court. Whether you come for the day or take advantage of special stay and play packages, Atlantic City's world-class shopping, dining, gaming, and spas await you. Make your plans now for the MAAC Basketball Championships in AC, March 10th through 14th, 2020.
Stop me if you heard this one before. We've got a MAAC tournament game that's a close one right now, 61-60. Monmouth leading the Niagara Purple Eagles with just under 8 minutes to go, and a lot of work being done here by Dom Robb as close call is made, and the call on the floor stands is going to stay with Niagara. But this tough Monmouth defense is proven to provide some challenges to Niagara so far today.
Oh, no question about it. They're active. They don't give up a lot of penetration, and one pass away, they are in the passing lanes.
So it's 7 to shoot here. Hammond is going to go right to the rim, and there's a foul called behind the play.
Yeah, they got Rutherford on that back tap there. He didn't like the call, but looked like there was some contact there. And Hammond is going line to shoot 2.
And that double bonus now.
Yeah, double bonus now the rest of the way for Niagara.
And one of the last guys you want to send to the line if you're Monmouth, as Hammond, we mentioned, over 80% from the line this year, as he's good on the first. With that, Dom Robb, who now has 3 fouls, will go to the bench. Greg King returns as the second for Hammond. Also nothing but net.
He's got a sweet stroke. What a career he's going to have at Niagara. He's got a lot of game on the offensive end.
Rutherford, who had just picked up that foul, see what he can make up for on the offensive side. Nothing open here as King is all over Quinn. They're trying to get it to him. Is now Salnave. Back out to Dion Hammond. Quiet day with just 5 points. Lost the basketball and in the hands of Barton looking to run. Barton at the free throw line to Solomon. And now inside feed to Prochet. Knocked away in the hands of King. Good recovery by Monmouth. As now going up with the left hand. And he walked.
Yeah, outside official Mike Kitts was right on the play. I thought he took that extra step when he was going through the lane. Turnover, Niagara.
And a live ball turnover there. It comes up empty. And Monmouth all back over on the transition defense. But they haven't had a field goal now in almost 3 minutes. They've had spurts of it, but this is not one of them. Rutherford hitting Salnave at the top of the key. With one dribble, as the pass back out, shot clock down to 6. Into Quinn. Quinn with the right hand hook. Oh, he couldn't get the finish.
Boy, right at point blank range, around and out. Tough luck there for the Hawks.
See how long it takes before we see Louis Polari again. He's got 3 fouls, but is in double figures with 11 points as Salnave and Raheem Solomon collided, resulting in Salnave on the ground. As now he crosses up Salnave. Solomon for the deep 2. Just missed.
Boy, that was right on line. Tough luck there for Niagara, in and out.
Salnave in transition. Wide open 3 for Dion Hammond.
Well, Hammond, he had his feet set there. He can do it from beyond the arc there. Just too hard off the back iron.
Prochet looking to attack. Gets fouled. And we'll go to the line.
That's what makes him so difficult. Prochet with a nice shot fake there. He can put it on the deck at 6'7". Take it to the rim. He took a lot of contact there. He's going line to shoot 2.
Both teams entering a scoring drought now as Niagara hasn't had a field goal in the last almost 3 minutes, but the Hawks haven't had any points in over 2. Prochet, who is 4 of 4 from the stripe today, make it 5 of 5. And there is Mr. Louis Polari.
Yeah, he did some good things. He's talented offensively. He can shoot it from 3, but, boy, he's made some great plays off the bounce for Monmouth tonight.
What does Niagara have to change to keep him to a minimum in the next 6 minutes?
Hey, you have to keep him in front. You know, you got to close him out under control, but don't allow that penetration because he's made some really nice plays going to the goal.
And with that, Marvin Prochet now with the double-double, 11 points, 10 boards, and has his team in front by 3. Salnave at the top for Monmouth. Over to Hammond. Hammond looking to attack at the free throw line. Spinning. Gets cut off. Shot is blocked by Prochet.
Great block by Prochet. Going straight up there. Right back in Monmouth's face there. That was a great defensive play by Prochet.
He took it right from him as Hammond tried to get the shot off. Here's Barton with Polari defending. Barton finding a lane. Lost the handle on it. Oh, and a foul comes in. They're going to get Salnave for it.
Yeah, Salnave didn't like that call. We had a pretty good angle at that. That looked like he had a lot of ball. But Monmouth has to play on. But back at the foul line once again is Niagara. And talked about it all game long. They're a very, very good free throw shooting team.
83% on the game so far today. Barton, he's 1 of 2 on the year, 67%. The first of 2. No good. Couple subs into the game now for the Hawks as Rutherford will check back in along with Malik Martin. McClary and Hammond will go to the bench. Again, the winner of this game will see number 3 Quinnipiac on Saturday at 7. How about the shoes there from Barton? They're sharp.
They are. They look like he took them right out of the box before the game.
So he goes 1 of 2, making it a 4-point game. As Salnave, again, looking for Quinn. Nothing there. Polari trying to get inside. Short-range runner. Oh, he left it too short.
That was a good look there by Polari. Just short-armed it a little bit from about 9 feet. Came up way short.
Now a double team starting to close it on Hammond right near midcourt. Able to get it away to Prochet. Monmouth going back to the man-for-man now as Towns. Around a screen hitting Prochet. Hammond going now to Towns. Towns with 3 to shoot. Almost lost it. Going to be tough to get a shot off, and they took it away. Martin in transition, trying to get right to the rim. Off the glass, no good. And a foul comes in on the floor. And it's going to be on Chris Barton.
Yeah, they got Barton. That was a late call by Mike Kitts. But really, I thought really lucky there. It looked like Rutherford was going to put it away. Here it is again on the replay. That was a really good take to the goal. Just didn't see a whole lot there, Andy.
No, and especially down the stretch, too. And you get looks like that in a transition. Those are ones that you're going to have to make, and especially we talk about it so much, the close games. I mean, every chance you get like that, you can't really afford to miss.
Oh, no question about it. Rutherford taking advantage, made the first free throw.
So 1-possession game, and you can make it a 2-point game with the 2 makes. And timeout called by King Rice, and that will send us to a break as well. 1-possession game, 4.5 to go from the Times Union Center in the opening round of the MAAC basketball tournament. Two-point game with 4.5 minutes to go from the Times Union Center in Albany. Andy Howick, Steve Egging, and our entire ESPN crew tonight as the final game of the first round, closing down to a 2-point game in the 6-11 seed. Monmouth here at the 6th seed. Niagara is the bottom seed in the conference tournament. Niagara, who tied for 9th, but as a result of tiebreakers, finished 11th. And Monmouth, who was 1 game out of being in the logjam for the top 5 seeds as they bring pressure here to the Purple Eagles, and broken by Prochet. Barton, and he walked on that one, turning it over.
Yeah, he did. Obvious call there. Just didn't establish that pivot foot coming to a jump stop.
So with that turnover on the Purple Eagles, that is the 10th on the day. Excuse me, 11th rather, on Niagara. Monmouth with just 8 total, only 3 in this half. Done a good job taking care of the basketball. Salnave over to Chaput. Samuel Chaput giving back out to Salnave. Salnave has been the guy in clutch time this year for Monmouth. Gets inside. Nothing there. Handing off to Polari. Polari on the runner. And a blocking foul is called. So Louis Polari will have free throws when we come back from this break. Polari can make it a tie game when we return. Coming back from the last scheduled timeout of the ball game, Louis Polari with an opportunity to tie this game up at 65. He has had some great spurts of offense today. He's got 11 points, one of 3 Monmouth Hawks in double figures today. Ray Salnave leading the way for Monmouth with 15, but the game high belongs to Raheem Solomon with 21 so far, including 4 threes.
Polari's done a lot of good work off the bounce. He's got a quick first step. He's given him as he makes the first free throw. Now 12 points off the bench.
Neither team performing very well in terms of executing their offense. Have gone almost 5 minutes, both of them, without a field goal.
Yeah, it's been, and you know, both ramping it up on the defense. There's been some open looks, but defensively, both teams have done well as Monmouth continues with their full court pressure.
Let's see what Niagara does here as they get the ball in the hands of Prochet and able to get a little give and go to get over the timeline. Greg King with Diego Quinn right on top of him. Getting it to Solomon. Solomon pull up from the free throw line, too short. Got his own rebound, goes back, lost the basketball going up. Chris Casey really looking for the foul as Salnave able to lay it up and he gets the foul.
That's a great take by Salnave. They're switching hands in mid-air, taking the contact. He's going line to shoot 2 for Monmouth.
Both teams in a double bonus here with 3.5 to go.
Here's again on the replay. You see Salnave just doing it himself here. Just a really great crossover there.
And you can almost argue one he probably should have finished maybe. And he got the left hand free.
Yeah, I mean, that certainly could have been an and one, but nice individual effort there by Salnave. He knocks down the first free throw.
So with that, Monmouth goes back in front. Neither team has had a lead larger than 7 in this game, as Salnave's second is good. So Ray Salnave 4 of 4 from the line as again the Hawks bring the big pressure, but Prochet with some space will bring it over and clear it. Monmouth by 2, 3:20 to go. Again, King up top with Quinn on him. Handing off to Barton. Again, open at the top of the key. Pulls up, knocks it down, and we're tied.
Nice play there by Barton. Stopping on a dime from about 17 feet. Knocked it down.
Ends a short Monmouth run that lasted just over a minute and 6 points. At the 3-minute mark now. Here's Salnave again. Looking to get into Quinn, and there's a foul called. It's going to be on King. Tried to reach in for that pass.
Yeah, that's an easy one there. Just went through Diego Quinn there. Quinn's going back to the foul line.
I got to imagine pretty soon we're going to hear from Dom Robb again, as both King and Robb have 3 fouls now. And Quinn will get 2 free throws here.
Yeah, you'd think that Robb would be getting back into this game. Just under 3 minutes to go. The tie game.
Quinn's first. All the way around and down.
Well, he got the friendly roll there. Had some good backspin on that first attempt.
Nick Rutherford, we've talked about his power on the defensive side with his steals. He'll replace Polari. As Quinn, the second, nothing but net.
Monmouth's going to stay in this full court pressure.
And with that, Niagara able to loop it around and rather easily as Monmouth will back off, get over midcourt. Again, the same spot where King up top, this time giving to Solomon, and now to Prochet, finding a lane. Prochet under the basket, kick out. Solomon in the corner for Hammond, nothing there, and again, Steve, like you mentioned, just too tight on that closeout for the three.
Yeah, you have to be under control. It's a good job by the freshman Hammond with a little ball fake there, but you have to close out under control. Once again, Niagara, a very good free throw shooting team, back at the line for two.
So Hammond, 3 of 3 on the day, 80% for Niagara in the game. As the first is good, so again, that offense for defense substitution comes in as you take a look. That extra pass goes to Hammond, and then it's that little nudge from Martin as the second free throw is good, tying us up at 69. Salnave looking to back in. Finds the space. Right-hand hook is good.
Oh, that's a great play with his back to the basket. Salnave with a wonderful post-up. Got it to go from about 7 feet.
We talked about it. Salnave has 2 game winners this year in the last 2 seconds and has had 5 buckets to tie or go ahead in the final minute. So expect a lot of Ray Salnave from Monmouth here coming up. And pass is intercepted this time by Martin.
Yeah, just not a good high-low entry there. King turns the basketball over.
Now the Hawks might elect to use some clock here as they lead by 2 with $1:45 to go. Chaput hitting Polari. Shot clock down to 10. Turn and fire for 2. Good!
Nice play there by Polari, raising up from about 18 feet.
Hammond at the other end. The runner no good. Rebound tipped out, controlled by Polari.
Nice job there. Good rebound by Polari. Niagara just out of control there with that on that transition.
Chaput again electing to use clock here. Slowing things down. 12 to shoot. Hitting Salnave, going toward the rim, and Solomon held him behind. And that'll be a foul on Raheem Solomon. And 2 free throws coming up for Ray Salnave here. Let's take another look at this play by Louis Polari.
Oh, he has been big, just sizing up there, but his shoulders are square to the goal. Good shooters, they're on balance, their shoulders are square. That was a big-time mid-range jumper by Polari.
Already a 2-possession game here with the 4-point lead as Salnave's first of 2 rolls around. This one no good. Salnave, his first miss from the line today with 19 points. Salnave shooting 7 of 10 from the field. And there is Dominic Robb at the minute 7 mark, and it seems like a late substitution here for Niagara.
Yeah, it really does. I thought he'd be back in the basketball game 3 or 4 minutes ago.
Salnave second. That one's good. 5-point game, 1:07 to go.
Rutherford back in the game. They're going offense, defense now. Polari's out now for the Hawks.
Hammond, long pass over the timeline, into the corner for 3. Good!
Big-time play there and a big-time 3-ball there by Solomon.
Again, a 2-point game. Chaput over the timeline. And the Hawks will use clock here. The Purple Eagles looking to get a big stop. And with that, the timeout will be called by the Hawks and allowed to draw something up here. With 45 seconds to go, 18 more seconds they can use the possession. With that, Polari will sub in. And like you said, the offense for defense here, is it going to be him or Salnave you think King Rice might look to run something toward?
I'd love to have the ball in Salnave's hand. Have him create. If he beats you off the bounce, they have to check in the back line. Got good vision. He can hit his teammate. But I think it's Salnave for sure. You know, let's take a look at it again here on the replay. You know, Monmouth's very, very good defensively, but they lose Niagara here. Solomon, he's been the guy all game long. Sets his feet, buries it keeps his team in the game here, just a one-possession game with 45 seconds left to play.
Raheem Solomon, 24 points, 5 of 8 from downtown, 6 of 12 from the field, and let's see if we're lucky enough to hit midnight here while we got the camera on it. We had a feeling if we were going to be able to wish you a good morning here in Albany, as we are going to be very close to it. For what it's worth, my phone says it's 12 o'clock. So any second now.
Yeah, the Marist St. Peter's game, when they go overtime, that really extends things out. I think the first game started on the women's side, Andy, this morning at 9:30. So
it's been a long day for those working the games here, and going to be an exciting finish. That's what we were hoping for, at least at the first 2 games were as good. This one would be just as entertaining here in the Times Union Center. Must be a minute behind here. There it is. Good morning from Albany, New York. We got ourselves a 2-point game. And it'll be Monmouth basketball. Salnave to Rutherford. Keep an eye on Polari and Salnave here. Salnave at the elbow. Has Solomon on him. Driving. And an offensive foul is going to be called on Ray Salnave.
Yeah, he lowered his shoulder just a little bit. And when you lower your shoulder when you're going to the goal, you're going to get that offensive foul called on you. And I thought it was the proper one by Jeff Anderson.
So now 2.7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Taking a look at him. Yeah, easy. Salnave drops that shoulder in, drops his man. And now the Purple Eagles an opportunity to tie or take the lead as Chris Casey will return the favor and call timeout. So, ask you the same question here. On Niagara's side, Raheem Solomon's been the hot hand. Do you go his way? Do you look toward the freshman Marcus Hammond? You have options here.
Yeah, you've got plenty of options. They've got a lot of weapons on the offensive end of the floor. You take your first good one because there's a 2.5 seconds differential, game clock, shot clock. So you want to shoot the basketball and then go to the rim offensively. Try to get a putback for sure, but they're going to take the first available good shot. And, hey, they have a lot of options. They could throw it inside for sure, but Solomon can create his own shot, but he's been deadly from beyond the arc with 24 points. I love Hammond, too. He can create his own shot. Boy, he's a good-looking freshman, can shoot the ball from distance. So, they do have some options, but I like Hammond. You want to be able to break somebody down off the dribble, and I'm sure that's what King Rice and his staff are talking about right now. Hey, limit penetration, close shooters out, and, of course, rebound the basketball.
Is there a time you think that Chris Casey is going to want to work it down to, or do you think they're going to try and make it happen as quick as they can?
Yeah, I think that they'll take their first available good shot. Obviously they're down 2 here. Even if they have a good 3-ball, hey, that's a big part of their offense. Of course, they'll pull it from 3, try to take the lead.
In this half, Niagara 4 of 9 from beyond the arc. Let's see what they do. Inbound goes to Hammond. And Prochet to Barton. Back in the hands of Hammond. Prochet at the top. Looking to attack. And he got it knocked away. Rutherford got a hand on it. Ball's loose. Rutherford comes up with it. Going to the rack. Drops it back for McClary. And McClary gets fouled.
Wow, that is a great individual effort defensively by Rutherford. Right in front of us. Climbs the ladder after he gets in the lane there. Forces that turnover. Here it is again on the replay. Just quick hands. Rutherford goes up and gets it. Really good vision there with that drop back pass there to McClary, who got hammered. And McClary's going line to shoot 2 big free throws for Monmouth.
Raheem Solomon with that picks up his 5th foul. So Solomon no longer an option here for the Niagara Purple Eagles.
Yeah, that's huge. That is really huge. He has been terrific all night long with 24 big points. That's a big loss here because he would have been one of your primary options here with just 12 seconds remaining.
We talked about Rutherford, too. 2nd in the MAAC in steals. That was his 4th of the game, and not at a bigger time.
Oh, he is just great. He just anticipates, and his hands are so quick. That was one of the biggest plays of the game.
So McClary potentially able to ice the game here if he makes both of these. On the year, he's 62% from the line. The first one. Left it short, and it looked like going up. He didn't have it clean.
Yeah, he didn't. He short-armed that, didn't follow through, left it well short.
So now you need this one to prevent Niagara an opportunity from taking the lead as the second one is true. So here we go, 12.8, shot clock is off. Niagara trailing by 3. Hammond over midcourt, lost it, out of bounds. It's going to stay with Niagara. And what an unlucky loss of the basketball, but a lucky hop to keep it with the Purple Eagles.
Oh, no question about it. Looked like Niagara. Here it is again on the replay with Hammond with that spin dribble, and they just couldn't corral the basketball there. So still, there's still plenty of time to get a good look. Now, will King Rice elect to foul?
Yeah.
This is a different school of thought with different coaches. I mean, some do elect to foul, some do not. I mean, but if you look at this team is a good three-point shooting team, but of course, their guy Solomon just fouled out. They don't have that option. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do, because when you look at it, they're going over now to make sure the time is correct. Probably about half and half here. But a lot of coaches do elect to foul, especially when you're playing a team that can knock it down.
And with that, too, I mean, you're talking about the Niagara free throw shooters, as 7.2 is going to go on the clock here. Marcus Hammond is 5 for 5. Prochet is 6 of 6. Solomon is not in the game anymore with 7 of 8. Barton is 2 of 4. So if the ball is in Barton's hand, you might look to foul there perhaps, but otherwise, might just have to play good defense here. Let's see what happens. Hammond on the inbound. He gets it to Prochet. Prochet for 3. In and out, halfway down, and rebounded by Rutherford.
Wow, tough luck for Prochet. That looked like that was down. Good call, Andy. It was halfway down, popped out, and Niagara has to commit the personal foul. Rutherford towing the line for the Hawks.
And Prochet clearly frustrated here as, not the toughest look we've seen today, and halfway down and out.
But your kids ratcheted up on the defensive end. Your thoughts on a great win?
Well, Niagara does a great job, and that's because of Chris Casey. He's a great coach. He has his team ready. They play super hard. Today we made 1 or 2 more plays down the stretch. I thought our defense was good, but we got to play better next game.
Hey, I thought Ray Salnave made some big shots, but Rutherford, coach, with that last steal, that kid is really, really good defensively. That was a critical play.
And the crazy thing about that is Nick welcomed his daughter into the world 2 days ago, and he wasn't even in practice all week. So to the family back home, Nick, thanks for letting him come. I hope the baby's doing great.
Hey, congratulations, Coach, and we'll see you back here Saturday against Quinnipiac. Good luck.
Thank you. We'll be here.
All right, let's bring in Diego Quinn. Diego, just talking to your coach, just a great team effort tonight. You did a lot of really good things on both ends of the floor. Your thoughts on this big opening round win?
I just want to win a championship, and we just want to win one.
Hey, defensively, you guys really did some really good things, especially late. Your teammate Rutherford with that big steal. That was a critical play to help secure this victory.
Yep, defense wins championship.
All right, hey, good luck against Quinnipiac.
Thank you.
All right. Let's send it back over to Andy.
Thank you, Steve, as, again, head coach King Rice and Diego Quinn for the Monmouth Hawks as we take a look at the player of the game brought to you by Geico, and it is going to be Diego Quinn with his 14 points, 9 rebounds, and in 32 minutes of play, brought a heck of a game today for the Monmouth Hawks en route to a huge first-round win.
Oh, no question about it. This was a great game. Only, I think, 7 points separated them, the largest lead. And what Monmouth does well, defensively, hey, that was the critical play right in front of us with Rutherford making that steal to secure the victory, Andy.
And it looks
like Gather's ability to get out.